everyone. Coming here today to share with you guys my Sunday stock watch. Anyways, first things first, let's look at the calendar actually. Get into that. So Monday, oh god, Jerome Powell speaking. That was unexpected. I did not even know that. Oops. But that's gonna be way later in the day, so I'll not be trading then, so I'm not too worried about that. Could affect trading the next day. We'll see. We'll see what he has to say. Tuesday, ISM, construction spending, job openings, those are all going to be important, and PMI, which I don't know why I didn't say that one first. I don't know. Those are all going to be important, those first four. After that, not important. This will not matter that much. But yeah. Anyways, and then Wednesday, ADP, that'll be important. And then those won't, the Fed people talking won't be as important, but I would still just be aware and be careful of that. But usually people don't really react unless it's, Jerome Powell speaking. Thursday, initial jobless claims, PMI, ISM, factory orders, those will all be important, and make sure to watch for those. Friday, yeah, these will all be important as well, but they will be an hour pre-market, so we do have some time to kind of figure out what to do and what the market will look like after those come out. So the next one to talk about before we even get into the charts, if they want to load, doesn't matter. So there is a strike set to start on Tuesday, a port strike, and I'm going to read off of what one of my Discord members sent me about it, because, I can't memorize this, and I don't want to, go through this whole article. You get the point. So, strike is still potential, but they're set to start Tuesday. That means it could not happen, but it seems very likely that it will happen. I've known about this since last week. They were talking about it. It didn't seem very likely last week, so I didn't, talk about it yet or say anything. I was kind of waiting to see what happens, and now it's more updated and seems like it will happen. So potential impacts, more short-term impacts will happen. As of right now, stuff will definitely be slowed. So let me just read. Rates for short-term contracts have already risen, and the strike could further raise freight costs, especially on the East and Gulf coasts. So product shortages and price hikes, so potentially in short term we could see product shortages, and when products are demanded and there's not much supply, then that means price goes up. If anyone here has taken econ class. So yeah, basically what we could see in the short term or longer term, depending on how long this strike is set to go on for, and when they come to a agreement. And so, this is kind of interesting. Companies like, how do I even say that? Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm gonna look these up for you, just so you guys get a better picture, because I honestly understand. Okay, this company that I haven't even heard of, just a shipment and container tracking company. They've seen a stock price boost in anticipation of rising revenues from surcharges during the disruption. Supply chain bottlenecks. Smaller businesses might struggle to absorb the higher costs, leading to more significant supply chain bottlenecks and delays. So basically, this will more be affecting smaller companies, and the bigger companies will be just fine. Of course they will. Why'd they not be? So bet on price increases in consumer goods as well. That'll definitely shake some things up if we have to see that. Also says, small retail stocks, they may be unable to absorb the rising costs, and they will basically lose some valuation during this. Next thing I'm seeing, yeah, and also be careful of political and regulatory development since the strike's outcome could be politically charged as well. Monitor any government interventions. As of right now, I did see something saying that Joe Biden will not be intervening with this, but who knows, that could change. So that can definitely shake some things up. If we get prices rising, could not be good. And the other thing that can also shake some things up is war in the Middle East with Israel, as they are bombs are being kind of sent back and forth, rockets, and this could escalate. And if we do see it escalate, that is not good for the stock market, and that's for sure. So definitely please watch out for that as well. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted and not being able to say that company's name, Maersk. I'm not even gonna try. That just tripped me up. Okay, anyways, let's go to Qs. So we ended off Friday at around 486 after seeing, quite a nice uptrend last week, especially with Nvidia. If you're in the Discord and you got in on that, good job. I mean, my position ran to 220%. That was like my final position where I took profits, but anyways, don't need to talk about that right now. But actually, I'm gonna go back to the 1 hour. So yeah, obviously Qs, we saw a pretty big rise. We haven't seen new highs yet, unlike SPY. SPY kept giving us new highs last week, and I don't know if we will see them with Qs, depending on now this new news that we're getting and how things could potentially be looking. But that hasn't happened yet, so we're going to focus on now. But anyways, the fact that Qs did not cross below 485 is still a good sign for me. It's still looking bullish. Again, though, overnight trading hasn't opened just yet. I believe it opens in an hour, I want to say. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, pretty sure overnight trading will open in an hour. So keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, we have not fallen below 486, which is good. Once we kind of hit below that 485 level, I would expect to see 480, even maybe into 478 if we're looking bearish. Now, if we're looking bullish once again, we could definitely see back up to 490, even reaching to 495, although we didn't hit that exactly last week. I think we potentially could if somehow this strike gets turned around and there's no bad news. Although not looking too hopeful for that right now. But we'll see. Anyways, let's go to SPY. SPY obviously just continuing to kind of hit these new highs right here. If we do go back up and reach that, do expect us to make a rejection unless we're getting heavy bullish action. Do expect us to make a rejection to that new high once again, so around 574. And if we see, definitely expect 565, even 560, depending on how bearish the market wants to get on us. Nvidia, so obviously we were looking great last week and we definitely got some slowing. So I'm not exactly sure where this is going to stand just yet. We are still holding above 120, which is a good sign. But people could have taken their profits in. We might see this just kind of consolidate around the same area as it did 2 weeks ago, around like 115 to 119 area, and just sit there. And if we don't see that, we could see Nvidia, go back to its weekly high around like 125 to 127. Sorry. Yeah. Did we hit 127? Yeah. So definitely watch for that. But again, if there's no active bullishness, don't expect Nvidia to be going. SMCI gets its stock split tomorrow. Wait, am I right about that? Yeah, I think I'm right about that. Let me just make sure really fast. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow. Monday afternoon, so it'll be tomorrow after market closes, so we'll get to see SMCI at 400 before it gets its stock split, which is honestly really sad because they announced that stock split when the stock was at like 800, 900, and now it's lost around half of that, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Stock splits are difficult. Some stocks react differently, although SMCI is hard to kind of determine. It's just that one stock that is all over the place, and it gets one little thing of news and it just kind of, goes crazy whichever way, if the news is good or bad. So definitely be careful with this. I wouldn't be holding anything into the stock split, because we could see it do. We could either see people, want to take profits on SMCI and be like, okay, I'm out now that the stock is split, or we could see people buying back. I would just be careful overall. I don't really mess with this all too much. So yeah, that's kind of my piece of advice on SMCI. AMD, we were looking really good last week until we kind of crossed back below this 165 area. So I'm no longer going to be, waiting to take an entry on this until I kind of see it holding above 165, reaching to 168, and seriously holding that for a day at least. Then I will, potentially make a move on it. But for right now, I'm not seeing too much. I think we could just kind of see this chop around some more. Below 160 though, I don't know about that. I don't think we're going to see below 160 again unless we get some bearishness. But yeah, most likely, if no other chip stocks go, this one's probably just going to continue to chop. Coinbase, we're looking good. Bitcoin is looking really great. Definitely check the chat, Beast chat, for Bitcoin analysis. But overall, Coin's looking great. I'm looking forward to seeing 200 this week on Coin as long as Bitcoin gets a continuation. If you don't know, Coin mainly just trades with Bitcoin and how Bitcoin's performing. If you're new to this, and I'm making this video way too long, so I need to hurry this up. Mara, same thing as Coin, looking towards $18, $19 on this week. If Bitcoin goes back down, most likely could see around $16, $15. Other than that, okay, someone asked me to go over this real quick, and I'm just taking way too much time on this video. Palantir is doing really well. I definitely think we could see it kind of consolidate a little more before, reaching, but if we get bullishness, I would like to see it reach to $40. If we don't, I wouldn't say we're exactly going to see like it fall, but we could see just consolidation around this general 34 to 36 area, maybe 33, just consolidate around there. But besides that, yeah, that's basically all I have for today. Oh, Tesla, I almost forgot about Tesla. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Tesla's also doing really well. It's hard to see this potentially go above 260 right now, but, if we do, I would be looking towards 270 if we get bullishness this week. And then if we don't, I would be looking back down towards 250. I mean, Tesla has a very large range, and obviously tomorrow I will come out with exact levels like I do always. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm sorry this went on forever. This is a much longer Sunday stock watch than I anticipated, but thank you all for listening.